fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D Rose Report. I got a bunch of news, let's go. As reported here last week, Rob Van Dam's going to be taking some time off at TNA due to the company using up most of his scheduled contract appearances. Not sure how many it was, but it's worth noting that RVD is still advertised for the September 22nd TNA house show in New York City's Hammerstein Ballroom, that good old place. Aside from that show, RVD is not booked for any other live events or TV tapings this year. Pardon me. Hey, after being kept off the television for a few weeks, the following recent backstage blow-up at TNA Impact taping, Samoa Joe is set to return to TNA Monday's Impact taping. Joe was sent home several weeks ago after a rampage backstage after the taping. Joe reportedly flipped out after Jeremy Borash announced that there was 30 seconds remaining in the match with Jeff Hardy. Match ended with a draw. Joe felt the timing gave way the finish of the match. People are picky about their trade. Alright, John Cena, he's going to be signing autographs for his legendary DVD Sunday, October 3rd, Blockbuster in Dallas, Texas, in Greenville Avenue, I guess. Cena is going to be appearing from 11 to 1 if you're still there. And hopefully Blockbuster be open. I know here in town they're closing up here today. This week. WWE has once again added Daniel Bryan to the Raw roster. They put him on there, take him off, put him on, take him off. That's, I think, actually the 5th time. Despite being kicked out of Nexus last night, Darren Young is still listed on the Raw roster also. For what it's worth, WWE Magazine currently running a poll on Twitter asking fans which pay-per-view they would like to see return. The option of King of the Ring, War Games, Halloween Havoc, or others. You know, others would be more like it. Don't say, here's the thing to choose from. Now choose from them only. Let us give her our own opinion. We may like something just totally different from you guys. If you're going to ask us, ask us. On a related note, WWE is returning, or currently running a poll on their website asking fans for their opinion on a triple threat matches. Despite returning to WWE, Daniel Bryan, or whatever you want to call him, still appearing at September 11th Evolve show in Broadway, New Jersey, and he's also booked here, I believe, for this right around here this weekend at a live show, independent show. Announced for WWE Super Show September 18th in St. Louis, and is going to be in the Nexus versus Randy Orton, Cena, Kane, and Big Show also. Bret Hart is scheduled to headline the Maritime Wrestling Expo in Halifax on Saturday, October 16th. It's going to be a 10th anniversary of mainstream wrestling entertainment. The dark match after last night's Raw taping in Los Angeles, we didn't see John Cena win a battle royal with Nexus. And also on there was Team SmackDown, Team Raw, Team Nexus, like 21 people in it. Raw and SmackDown eliminated Nexus first, and the final 3 were CM Punk, Edge, and John Cena. Punk threw Edge out, and Cena eliminated Punk for the win. Alright, matches for WWE Raw live event in Montreal, Quebec on October 31st, that is. Edge taking on Sheamus for the WWE title. Mark Henry versus The Miz for the US title. Nexus versus Randy Orton. And then R-Truth, Evan Bourne, going to be there. Rey Mysterio is going to be appearing at the FCW Labor Day Show Blast in Kissimmee, Florida. I love that place. At the Heritage Park, I guess it's September 5th, looks like, Sunday. Former WWE announcer Lauren Mayhew, who worked for the company briefly, very briefly, in '09, was visiting friends last night at Raw in Los Angeles. WWE will tape this week's SmackDown and shoot tonight's NXT live from Bakersfield, California, confirming for tonight's NXT is rookie elimination. No match has been announced for SmackDown yet, but Kane versus Jack Swagger versus Rey Mysterio in a steel cage is being advertised for the local event. Celebrities at last night's Raw included Joe Manganiello from True Blood, and Randy Rodriguez and John Lovitz, they were there gazing. Announced for WWE Super Show October 23rd, Winnipeg, Manitoba, is Edge versus Sheamus, looks like, for the WWE title. Kane versus Big Show for the world title, and Nexus versus Ray and Randy Orton. Beth Phoenix is going to be appearing at WWE Developmental Show on Friday, August 20th in Plant City, Florida. The main event that night is going to be a Texas bull rope match. Beth will also be appearing at FCW Show August 18th. Please make a note of it. Announcer for the ECW original, Joey Styles, was recently asked about his thoughts on the TNA Ho Effin' Show edition of Impact. He said, I watched the Ho Effin' Show and highlights online. He said, I've seen wood chipper victims who were less of a mess than RVD. I don't know what he meant by that. Anyway, who books that crap? There you go. Anyway, it was announced that on tonight's Raw taping from Los Angeles, there's going to be a six-pack challenge at September's Night of the Champion pay-per-view. That's the only thing that's been announced, I think, so far. Anyway, the match is going to be WWE Champion Sheamus versus Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho versus John Cena versus Edge. 6. Alright. WWE defeated Regal. What did I just say? William Regal defeated Goldust in a match for last night's Raw in Los Angeles. WWE did away with the unified tag titles on tonight's Raw, but from now on they're going to be known as WWE tag titles. Bret Hart presented the Hart Dynasty with the new titles, belts, one each. I was wondering when they were going to ever separate that, unified tag titles, put it back. I don't know. Vince just don't like tag teams, I guess. I don't know. He could have went on with 2 tag team titles running around. WWE diva Melina, if you didn't see the pay-per-view over the weekend, she tweaked her knee at Sunday's SummerSlam pay-per-view match against Alicia Fox. Melina wrote the following on her Twitter: I'm still overwhelmed reading all these tweets from y'all use. Thank you. You guys are the best. My knee's okay, just tweaked. Thanks for the concern. And when she must have did something, because when she went to do her little matrix type thing, she just barely went backwards. About like I do, doing a back bend. Yeah. Matt Hardy noted on his Twitter on Saturday that he's likely be taking some time off from the Squared Circle as a result of WWE's stringent health and wellness policies. Uh-oh. Alright. Said, thanks for everyone and your concern about my foot being jammed between the steel steps. It wasn't as bad as it felt, I guess. It felt like his foot was being cut off. Didn't take any boots off. Anyway, said probably we'll miss a little ring time, I guess. New Jersey-based promotion Pro Wrestling Syndicate issued the following statement concerning WWE performer Scott Hall. Scott Hall was booked as our guest commissioner for the Sunday's Pro Wrestling Syndicate in Fairfield, Connecticut. I just received a phone call from Scott Hall's agency and manager that he's on a 50-day mandatory rehab facility in Texas. He had to go there. And by the way, WWE is taking care of the bill for him. Love it. And I do believe that Sid Vicious is going to be taking his place there for Scott Hall. Good going, Sid. Alright, I might as well get off of here. It's kind of dull in here today. I'm just about out of news. Not quite. I'll save it for tomorrow. I gotta go.